I'm super excited to share with you in just a few minutes the overview of Share360 and the power behind the program and why we're so excited to launch this in the community. So this was started a few years ago by us. We designed this program to help create perpetual funding for ways for 501(c)(3)s to be able to get sustainable funding in perpetual fashion. And we've been very successful in pulling this off. And we got some great sponsor banks to work with us in the process of doing that. And it's legal as long as the monies flows through a registered US-based 501(c)(3), and the organizations are approved to receive those monies. And this is obviously IRS approved. So a couple of years ago, we took this model to US Bank and Wells Fargo, and they were very excited to become a administrative partner with us to be able to structure this to create a back-end support to be able to facilitate the movement of funds in all digital transactions that every business encounters with today. So in a nutshell, excuse me, every business today collects some form of digital payments. Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Discover. And this is a way for them to be able to transact business. As you know, a lot of us live in a cashless society right now. So at every time a merchant collects these payments through a digital format, there is a fee assessed that the merchant is used to paying, and it's part of every transaction. So regardless of size, whether they're a brick and mortar, online business, e-commerce, whether they're Walmart, Costco, or your local bakery, every one of those businesses has to pay a fee every time a transaction occurs. And those fees goes into an allocation of usually four portions. The portion that's paid to the Visa Master Network, known as interchange fees, a sponsor or administrative bank, usually working behind the scenes that handles all the underwriting and risk. Then there is a servicing office that handles your equipment, your customer service, implementations, day-to-day operations, and then a sales office that generally is managing that account or is that relationship. And that's who participates in those fees, and that's been the structure since the beginning of time. What we were able to do is get the banks to agree to make a little bit less monies in the process and create another slice of the pie for a nonprofit of the business owner's discretion. So essentially, we can go to any business and ask them if they want to support a cause instead, and a portion of those fees that they're already paying now gets redistributed to those nonprofits for those nonprofits to receive a portion of those transaction fees every time a payment is made. So every time somebody goes into a restaurant, a business, a place of a retail industry, and makes a purchase, a portion of those fees are set aside and redistributed to a nonprofit of that business owner's choice. So super powerful program. The business has no choice but to pay this fee. They understand this. It's been this way for decades. And we just had the chance now to change where the money goes, and it's IRS approved. It's automatic as long as they stay with the program. So I'll give you an example. Here's a real-time business. They own a auto shop where they do oil changes, transmissions, brake jobs, and stuff like that. And the owner used to basically write a check every time a nonprofit hit him up. Now you understand that nonprofits usually have campaigns and they usually have events, and they see a spike in donations. And then when there's a lull period, you see the dormancy of donations as well. And they also know that often when they ask for money, they would get it. But if they don't ask for money, those donations don't always come in. But here's a way, instead of Jerry writing a check out of his own checking account or his business checking account to a nonprofit, now he enrolls his business into this ecosystem seamlessly, and a portion of his transactions gets donated every time somebody makes a payment, which is almost 100% of his customers using a form of digital payment to pay their bills. Process is very simple. It's price matched to the penny, seamless transition, no disruption in operations, transparent accounting, and full recognition of donations. What does that mean? That means that every business on the platform that nominates a nonprofit, in essence, then also could enjoy the benefits of free advertising from that nonprofit, celebrating the news or making the announcements to its constituents, to its community, letting them know that such and such business is on the platform, and maybe take your business there because a portion of your transactions are coming back to the nonprofit that's hosting that relationship. So we're super excited to be able to bring this to the community, right? Our team helps with all of the lifting in this process. We will process all of the applications. We'll make sure all the transition happens seamlessly. We help create marketing content. We help write your letters, your appeal letters, your emails, your newsletters, your social media posts. In essence, then, we become your in-house system to try to get as much of the community to be aware that this opportunity exists for them at zero cost. And this is truly done at zero cost. It's zero cost to the customer, zero cost to the business. The only people that may take a hit on their expenses, on their revenues, are the banks, but the banks are willing to do this for a variety of reasons, often which is because they get greater retention, they get to participate in the community, and also the benefit of the donation is actually coming from the bank to the entity, except the credit and the recognition goes to the business owner themselves. So we understand this, and we can do a deeper dive to explain how those relationships work, but this is a very, very powerful system. So we're super excited with that. It helps build awareness for the organization, for the nonprofits. It engages the community, the branding. We will slap one of these stickers down on every business that participates so people know when they walk into those businesses where their money is going. And we're happy to do all of these for every entity that's looking to take advantage of our program. So it's really quite simple, right? So, if a nonprofit or a business wants to participate, they set an appointment with our team. There's no obligation. We can have an exchange of ideas. And for a business, obviously, they can price match or stay where they're at. Nothing ever affects their decisions until the migration happens. And if we can help your cause that you care seamlessly about, we're looking to redirect about 25 million per year in this mission, and we're well on our way to do that. So very excited for you to take advantage of this program and get to learn a little bit about us as well. There's an opportunity on our website to get some information. So if we can help your nonprofit, or if a business feels passionate about redirecting funds to a cause that they care about, please reach out to us.